The year was 2147, and humanity had spread its tendrils among the stars, not as conquerors but as collaborators. After the catastrophic climate collapse of Earth in the late 21st century, survival had required unity with other species. The Galactic Concord, a loose federation of civilizations, had opened its arms to humanity, not out of charity but pragmatism. Humans had something the galaxy valued: adaptability. But membership came with conditions. Some were small: adopting galactic calendar cycles, implementing common trade laws, and phasing out destructive weapons. Others were stranger. One such law was Concord Directive 47. No sentient being may live without a bonded partner once they reach maturity. The Concord reasoned that loneliness was the seed of disorder, war, and despair. Thus, every member of every race was required to form a bond, a recognized pairing that was both social and emotional. For humans, who were used to personal choice, it had been controversial. But Earth's leadership had accepted the terms in exchange for access to Concord technology, terraforming assistance, and shared defense. Resistance was common, but the law was absolute. Which was why Lieutenant Marcus Hale found himself staring in disbelief at the figure standing at the threshold of his orbital quarters. She couldn't have been more than 4 feet tall, her skin a pale lavender that shimmered under the habitat's artificial lighting. Large, coal-black eyes regarded him with unnerving calm. She wore a garment that looked half ceremonial robe, half military uniform, glowing filigree lines etched into the fabric. Her voice was musical, precise. "Humans are required to have a wife. I have been assigned to you." Marcus blinked. Excuse me." The alien girl folded her hands neatly. "I am Silha of the Zyren. Our pairing has been authorized by Concord officials. Your records indicated no existing partner bond. Under Directive 47, I am now your wife." The beginning. Marcus sat down heavily on his bunk, his mind racing. He had been stationed at Concord Orbital Relay 6 for 2 years, working as a logistics officer. He'd filed his objections to the bond law repeatedly, citing his military service as justification for exemption. He thought bureaucracy had buried him safely in red tape. Apparently not. "You're serious," he muttered. Silha tilted her head. Her species didn't appear to blink. "I would not joke about such a matter. This union ensures your compliance. You should feel relieved." "Relieved?" Marcus said. "I don't even know you. I didn't ask for this." "No one asks," Silha replied. "The Concord assigns. Bonds are not solely for pleasure. They are for stability." Marcus rubbed his temples. He had no issue with aliens. He'd worked alongside dozens of species, but marriage had been personal, intimate. To have it dictated, especially with someone barely reaching his chest, was surreal. "What do the Zyren even get out of this arrangement?" he asked. Silha's gaze softened slightly. "The same as you. Connection, mutual accountability, and perhaps companionship." The word lingered in the air, heavier than he expected. The middle life with Silha began awkwardly. The Zyren were a meticulous race, valuing order above all. Silha reorganized his quarters within hours of arriving, lining his uniforms with geometric precision and cataloging his datapads. Marcus found his casual clutter vanished, replaced by pristine efficiency. "You'll thank me later," she said without irony. She followed him to mess hall meals, sitting silently while he chatted with fellow officers. Conversations hushed around them, soldiers whispering about the strange little alien girl shadowing Marcus everywhere. Rumors spread fast. Hale got assigned a wife. Some laughed. Others looked at him with pity. Marcus tried to keep his frustration buried. She wasn't malicious, just unyielding. At night, Silha would claim the small meditation alcove, sitting cross-legged for hours while glowing symbols drifted across her skin. Siren physiology, Marcus learned, generated bioluminescent patterns linked to emotion. When he asked what the symbols meant, she only said, "They reflect thought. You are not yet ready to understand." Days stretched into weeks. Slowly, cracks formed in the barrier between them. One evening, after a particularly grueling supply chain audit, Marcus slumped into his chair. This was easier when I was alone. No one rearranging my things. No one watching me like a hawk. Silha regarded him steadily. You believe solitude is easier because you fear being known. He glared. And what makes you an expert on me? I study. Observe. Humans wrap themselves in armor of humor and defiance, but you are fragile creatures. More fragile than you admit. The word stung. But there was no mockery in her tone, only fact. For the first time, Marcus wondered if perhaps she saw something he didn't want to see. Their bond deepened when the station was attacked. It began with a ripple on the long-range sensors. Unidentified ships dropping from faster-than-light transit, no Concorde identification codes. The alarms blared. Marcus ran to his post in Logistics Command. The screens filled with hostile markers. Raiders. An outlaw collective that preyed on border stations. As defense batteries engaged, explosions rocked the habitat. Power fluctuations sent systems flickering. In the chaos, Marcus coordinated emergency supply routes to reinforce damaged sections. Silha appeared at his side, her robe flickering with sharp red glyphs. You should be in the shelter, Marcus snapped. No, I am your bond partner. Where you go, I go. Before he could argue, another impact shook the station, hurling them both to the floor. Fire suppression foam hissed from the ceiling. Marcus pulled himself up, coughing. Silha reached for a console, her small hands moving with unexpected precision. Alien symbols flooded the screen. What are you doing? Marcus demanded. Overriding Concorde systems. Siren algorithms can stabilize your failing shields. Within seconds, shield integrity began climbing. Marcus stared in awe. Without her intervention, the station might have been breached. After hours of brutal fighting, the raiders retreated. Casualties were high, but the station endured. And for the first time, Marcus looked at Silha not as an intruder, but as a partner who had saved countless lives, including his. The transformation. In the weeks that followed, Marcus found himself relying on Silha more. She advised him on logistics using Siren efficiency models, streamlining processes he hadn't realized were flawed. She taught him to read the emotional glyphs that shimmered on her skin, each pattern a glimpse into her inner world. One night, during their shared meal, Marcus ventured a question that had weighed on him. Why did the Concorde assign you to me? There must have been other options. Other humans, other species. Silha paused, the glyphs dimming to a contemplative glow. Because I requested you. The statement hit him like a shockwave. You what? Why? Your records show defiance. Resistance to the bond law. The Concorde feared you would destabilize. I saw an opportunity to prove that even the most unwilling could find meaning. Marcus leaned back, stunned. So I was an experiment. Not an experiment. A choice. Her black eyes softened. Do you still resent me? Marcus opened his mouth, then closed it. He thought of the night of the raid, her small hands flying across alien code to save the station.